All right, Friday, June 26th, stock market near the end of the month. And the Dow was smoked today, minus 730. S&P 7386, NASDAQ 259. Small caps 34. The VIX was up 34.49. Remains elevated. Remains above that 30 level. Commodities, gold 1783 was up. Silver 1795. Oil was 38.14. So they had a terrible day in the SPY because of the coronavirus. Let's see, Florida was terrible. They had like 10,000 cases the last few days. Texas closed down the bars again, and restaurants, I believe. Arizona has rising cases. All the South, I think South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi had a heavy rising cases. So the news isn't good. All right, we had the island top. Remember that. Here is that low on the SPY. That is 296.74. We're at 299.42. Next week, will we break that? I think we will. Stochastics. Remember here I said I wanted it to go lower. I wanted this really to wash out under 20. Didn't really reach it. I knew that wasn't the low there. Just had it. When you watch stocks and charts long enough, you know. And now it's really diving down. Big separation here from white from red. 26.57. I think we're going to that. I'm looking for, I don't think this is going to hold. I think we go to 295. What's that, 293. And on the other chart here, you can see all the moving averages. My computer stuck here. TC2000. Is it working here? Is it working? There it is. So we crossed over the 200 day now on the 150 day. Right below is the 50 day, which is at 297. And then below that you have like 292, which is 61.8 retracement. You can see here RSI is going down, stochastics going down, MACD totally negative. Even L8 wave, it's a longer term indicator, almost getting negative here. That's the last green bar. So we haven't really had this since March. So it's not looking good. We're downside ahead, it looks like. So, and you look at the weekly, you had a green move, red candle, green, red. So we're sort of like this chopping down, up, back and forth, but we're still going down. The trend is still down. Now, stochastics on a weekly, you just had a crossover negative here. And it was very high up, like I said. Look at this move from here to here. And we had that before. Look at that in March. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to crash all the way down here, but we'll see what happens here. This could be the beginning of a move even further. We'll see. Daily chart. There's the 4 hour. Still going down. And the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is even, there's a cross here. That is a topping pattern cross going down. We'll see what this happens. This could really wash down to 9,400. We'll see what happens. NASDAQ, Dow Jones. This is getting negative too. This last candle here, the low is 24,843, 24,971. So this could cross right below that. And I think we're going lower here too. This might get a 24,000. You probably have a stop here, maybe 24,593, and then you have the 50% retracement level. So that's let's see the weekly. Yeah, this is the same thing. Not looking good there in the weekly. It's trying to cross over to the downside. So we're in a bearish pattern here for the market. A lot of bad news. They thought news would be better. So with everything not opening, and the main story right now is coronavirus. If this lessened, if right now Texas opened up, Florida, all these places, and like there was no cases, that would be very bullish, but it didn't happen. VIX. The VIX remains above. I said this remains above 30. There was a hammer candle. This might start going back up. Had this move real below 20 indicator, and then it's coming sideways, really holding 45.50, and it's trying to go back up now. Tracement level 23.6 I have. That is a line. I think we're going to break that and go up on the weekly. Weekly is forming like a doji here, but look, it's holding. It's holding above that 1320 EMA. Very oversold here too. 4 hour, still remaining elevated. So that is a key area. Watch that 30 level next week. UVXY. It's the same thing. You're putting in a divergence here. That's called a divergence on here, and it doesn't come straight back down. So it's showing strength there. And look at these wicks right here. It's trying to get over this 38 level. And right now it's at 37.90. That's like a key battleground here for UVXY. TVIX. I think this is going to be delisted, they said. I'm not sure why. Didn't really look into it, but this needs to break 160 on the TVIX. Let's take a look at some ETFs. Nail, home builders, continues to slide from 34.73 going down. Really getting oversold here. This might be a buy soon. If you have a line here, this could be 22. Well, this would be the last stand here, 21.60. That don't hold, really much lower right there. Then this is a falling wedge getting tighter and tighter, very oversold. Look for, well, 35 here would be 23.6 retracement. Then you have that May, that's when we already crashed the May in this candle, put in a reversal candle that was at 30.60. So we'll see what happens. Very oversold here. If any news happens over the weekend, it's like, oh, vaccine looks promising, we'll jump probably 1,000 points. DFEN. This is forming a wedge all the way from up here. If you draw lines, it connects, and then it connecting lines here. This is very tight. So this is at a 4. That's extreme, extreme oversold. Oversold's 20. And you can go, I think in this chart, where's this go? Like negative, maybe? Never seen it that low. So watch for this. We'll see if this goes down maybe 10, or if we get a pop. What else do we have here? Let's look at the bearish ETFs, SHLL. SHLL has been putting in higher lows right here, here, and it's really, you have a line now 27. See this back in, what was that, June 15th? So right here, and this looks like it wants to go up. Ascending triangle from the bottom, you would assume it would go up. Even though it's a bearish ETF, they really don't move that well, except the market's down, which it is. And this is getting really elevated, stochastics. It's almost 80 overbought. Hasn't been here since really March. And here in May, it got to 66. This is really getting high. But the way it's looking here, wants to go higher. Weekly at 602, very oversold. 4 hour. We're getting very high up there on stochastics. 2 hour. But it's remaining well elevated. And if it comes down, it might come down to 24. But see how it's putting in higher lows? So this is a longer term trend you don't want to see, because it's looking on here, it kept going. Once we broke down from the high in March when the bearish ETFs were killing and the stock market was crashing, then you're going sideways here. To see this, there's no real moves. Little move here, little move here, and then we're going down. A little blip here and there, these little green candles, but now it's something interesting. Now it looks like we're at a breakout further. Like further bad news is going to happen. So I was sick to SHLL and TZA. This is for small caps, the same thing. This one's to break over about 25. Watch the 25 level in TZA. And this is like the same pattern, weekly pattern, very oversold, 4 hour. It's getting close to really wants to break out at that point. And TZO, what's the other one? FAS, this is the financial. This is already trying to break out over 19. See this, look at this line at 19. I actually put a little bit higher because this candle, which is 1922. We're at 85. That's extremely overbought at this point. The 4 hour, you really can't get higher than this. Look, it's 90. How high can you get here? 101. See how high this goes. Looks like about 14. I never seen it that high. So we're at 95. It's extremely high. The daily, the weekly, you can see there. So this is the same thing, chopping down, you know, downward channel. So it wants to break out here. So they're the main ones, SHLL, TZA, and FAS, because you get great range in them. You'll get over $1 gain. If you do XPU, I looked, you only get like 40, 50 cents. SQQ is NASDAQ. You're not getting that much. And the other one, SOX, LABD. You're not going to get much. So trade these because you'll get, if they move, the market's going to, you'll get at least $1 gain on these. You can see intraday. Intraday, this came out, this is about 1830. Look where that moved to like 1920. It's almost $1 gain. SDAL, this was over 25, 26. That's $1.50 gain. That's a very nice gain. TZA, this was right over 23, excuse me, 23.25, and it double topped, but it got the 24.50. So that's $1.25 gain. It's nice. Now, if you look at the other stocks like SPXX, which is the bear SPY, you get in here like 805. It's only like a 40, what do you call it, 50-cent gain. So these are not running as well as the other ones. So they're the main stocks. Go with them three, I say. And on the other side, you have Video-Dow. This is a bullish the market. And you can see here, you have to move up. That's near 80. Pull back. This is like breaking this trend line. Very oversold here. Where could this go? Look towards 55. And maybe this line here, which is 23.6 fibs, 51.90. Really got smoked today, UDOW. SPXL. This one too, this was at 38.2 fibs. Now it's breaking down. Watch out, 37 level. It's not 37, you'll rate to 35 here. TQQQ. This is bullish to NASDAQ, I believe. You can see here, this really washed down today. It was a great short. I look here, this isn't holding. I look for now 61.8 fibs, which is 85.68, and then it's 80. We're really starting to turn down. Like even this mimics NASDAQ, this is really turning down too. TNA. This is at, what are we at, 24 there. I'll look for a low of 22.42 and 22 after that 22 level. So we'll see here. This is a big level here. This big candle here, which is 22.42. We'll see next week what next week brings on that. And then you have FAS. And this is really getting smoked too. See if we can draw a line here. It says drawing. Let me see. This is just sort of like a falling wedge. Yeah, it's also a falling wedge too, because you have, well, this is from here. It doesn't exactly meet, but if you draw a line, you can see it. It's tight. So you have the highs getting lower, lower, lower. You can draw a line here. That's a tight channel down. Or if you go up here, see the lines connect here on the wedge. So if this breaks a little further, then the wedge is definitely not there. It could be just a channel down at that point. So we'll see here, we got 28. I'll look for a 28 level. Let me see here, 28. And then, 26. So there's not much support below here. You have that candle, but I mean, up close here. So it's not looking good there. You have a SHLL. this is a semis. This is 168. You could get a 160, and this candle below would be 151.73. LABU. This is bio. Bulls. This was really high up there. This did. It doesn't look good. This looks like a triple top, almost like a quadruple top, going back all the way to January 19. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. This cluster now 4. This could really come in 55. I would look for, and then we'll look for maybe 53 on that. Got Nougat. Gold's actually showing some strength here. This is gold miners. This is coming out. They had a cross 72.13. So this is showing the lows are getting higher. So it's not bad on that. JNOG. Same thing with gold miners. This is from a tight triangle. It's trying to break up the 105. So if we got oil, SCO, ultra short crude oil. This is at 1930. This was a nice move today. A little choppy, but it still was an uptrend. So that wasn't bad. And then we have, what do we have here? Never look at these ETFs, ERY, energy bears. This is actually coming up. This was a nice long right here from about 35 to 53. Doesn't get great volume, but this looks like it could long at this point. ERX. This is energy bulls, and they're getting smoked here. See right here, you have a line here. Actually bring it tighter. The real line is like about here because all these connect. Then it faded here, but that was like everything else is pretty much in line. That's coming down now. Pull this, let me see here. Go here and here. So this was in like a tight channel up, and it's really starting to fade now. This is like a 496 on stochastic, very oversold. So that's it for the ETFs. And let's look at today's gainers. It's a CBLI, Cleveland Biolabs, excuse me. And this was a nice long right here. It started off 2, and here you go, right here, pre-market 2. You have 199. So I always like these pre-market. Some people might not think it's as important. But right here, you have the 2 level. Then that's where you know your former high was at wick. Then it's formed that nice ascending triangle. Look at this. See, it gets tighter, always to the right. Remember, when you're in a buy, it's to the right. And then you form that little cross up here. Don't pull all the way back to 225. We're putting in lower highs. Excuse me, putting in right here low, low, higher lows. And then we're all the way up to 425. This is a really good long today. So, and you get to the 10-minute, it's even better. See this? This is why 1320 EMA is so important. People don't only use them, they use maybe different. You can use a 9, but I still like the 1320 is incredibly strong there to use. All right, let's get down here. MDCA, this was a total short play. Look at the shorts. Look over all day on that. It's a great short. SHLL. This was right over 1961. And look at that right there. That's why you can be patient trading. It moves don't necessarily have 9:30:10. That's if you want to play the low floats that just pump up right away and then go down. This is a longer term. Look at that. It's 19 all the way to 25. This is a great long. My fan's blowing on my computer. It's getting hot. This is a tremendous long right there. IBIO. This is pre-market right there. Just draw your lines. Everything just go where its chart's telling you to go. Don't make it too complicated. There's your line there. 190, went all the way to 280, came back down. Graph, that was a late move. VXRT, Really pumped up here. That's a 10-minute move, 5-minute. This was a tougher play rate at 11, then it shot up 14 and dropped down fast in the 5-minute. Tough play there. This had to move, that's why. This was the move over, was that like 350? Yeah, about 350. Look at the candle yesterday. Look at the volume, 225 million. And shot up there. And the wick of 14 that came over to this level. DLGX. This is riding up here all the way to 68.18. This was a major gap up. Big. This was a great long today. Over 38. And 13 is over 20 EMA. Anybody could get a long in here and took a shot. When you have a streamline, it's called streamline 13 over 20 EMA. See this? It's almost not like a straight up move, but the move's like going. It's like an airplane. You know, we're taking off. That's a good example. Like you're taking off in the airport, you're going up, and because you're so smooth here, it's like the lines when you're traveling, you're going up like this. It's the same thing, 1320 EMA, look at that. And no bend till here. So if you spot this, and there's so many stocks to trade, you're not going to hit all of them. If you see this, there's no reason to sell anywhere. That's where you have to faith as a trader. You always want to take quick profit. Maybe you're in here or right at the open, like, oh, I just made, you know, $2 gain, $1 gain, but think of the bigger profit. That's why when you're trading, don't be panicky, just have lower size and look at the larger move like that. That's what we want to catch. I tell myself that every time. What else is there? RLH, PRGX, VKSO. This is from yesterday. This is another gap and go. After the second day on these, usually don't last. I mean, some of them do. I would say like 2 to 4 days, depending. It's really faded down. See this chart, way too choppy. Look at this. It's just candles all over the place. It's a little short there, but it's a mess of a chart. GPS, this was Gap. This was Kanye West partnering with Gap. And this was nice over 12 all the way to 14, then a little fade down back to 12. PTI, CHRA, OPTT has a great short down. WAHS workhorse. This is over 925, I'll go to 10. Not a bad move. Oh, that's another chart. That's why you want to stay away from charts that are very choppy. Probably better to the downside, like shorting, because look at this. Very messy chart. You're going to have to like arrange this as like 10 to 11, but you're not going nowhere. So SNX is over 111 all the way to 119, 118.95. Not a bad trade. A higher price stock. SMHI. This is a former one we talked about. There you go. Look at this. This is like the classic forming wedge. This is like wide to the tightest point. This is like Mount Everest point, like you're at the top or the bottom of the point. Look at that. And then it squeezed 150 all the way to 4.5, exactly 5 on the nose. And it came back. But see, this is putting in a higher low here. It's getting oversold. This might be a new base. So it's great volume here. And on these days, lower volume. That's one to keep a watch on. You might want to play the long side there. FNGD, this is FANG index, ETNs. I'm not sure what ETNs, I don't really play that. FTK, MCP, what else is down here? BCRX, CSLT, this is nothing, garbage. There's the TVIX. I turned on overheating here. So I turned my air off because it was so noisy. AXDX, this was over 1325, not bad. 1425. HIBs, this is high beta bears. I'm not sure what high beta means, the high beta bears. I'm not sure what this, I didn't really look it up, but it's a bearish ETF. What else did here? FAS, we talked about FAS, nice move. And all these move on these ETFs that are bearish. The market I can perceive as bearish. You want to look at a pre-market, see where it started. You either move down here, then sort of chopped around. You really start to open up and watch the market. Watch it with the market's doing. We're down today, 730 points. So some days will be chopped, some days will be down 400, and then you'll battle all the way back. That's what you have to watch, because right now it's so much volatility. Sometimes we're caught in the middle. We're going both ways. We'll go back and forth. It's craziness right now. High volatility. All right, where else we at here? FAS, OGN, VZQ. Drip. This is oil and gas bears. See, on these stocks, a lot of these bears, they don't give a great range. 560, maybe 40 cents. I mean, if you want to load up a lot of shares, like 10,000 shares, that's a good gain. LABD, this is the same thing. This is biotech bears, which has been in the tank. You see this going straight down. So the bulls have been winning for a long time here. And this wasn't bad though, right over 335. You had a like 30-cent gain. So it's not a lot. You only at least look for 50, but you want to look for, if you're trading every day and there's so many things moving, you should easily get 50 cents. 50 cents to $1 every day should be had, unless you're just stuck on a stock and you're in it and then you don't get that much on that day. But there's that VVXY, the double top right here. Here's Sava. This continues. You had the move up, the gap down, then sort of like sideways, a little bit of a triangle here, descending, another descending and breakout. Good volume, still has the open gap. I wouldn't be surprised if they come up with something that says a coronavirus or something like that. Let me look this up. What do they do exactly? Clinical stage biotech company, disorders, PTS one molecule drug, Alzheimer's disease. They don't really. What's the news here? Sava average volume reaches 3.2 million. Or the stars lining up for investors. That's from the news note. Oh, definitely looking good down here. That's for sure. You don't want to buy here. You want to buy here. So fun. This is a total garbage stock. You can see here. Let's see, what else do we have today here? Camp. GTLS, Chart Industries. Not really good volume. Was this like 14,000? And good enough you can trade in it. Just be careful. Sono was a nice bottom play at 14, all the way to 1520. OSTK, Overstock. This is a classic broadening wedge. This is like the definition of a broadening wedge. Starts out pretty tight, and look at this, going that way and that way, up and down. And look where it converged, each point, trend line, trend line. Wouldn't be surprised if this goes to 30 plus, maybe we get to like 32 plus. It's been on a tear. This stock was actually at its low, 253. Jesus. There's OCN or AIN. This has been in a uptrend right here. The lows keep getting higher. And then once it tests this level, 350, I would watch that 350 level. Here is CONN. This actually had a good day with the market. Surprisingly, this might test this 1134 level. It's come all the way back, so it's been on a long run. VBIV, what else do we got here? Door. All right, so that was pretty much for the gainers. So each day, you can go down the top 10, you'll find something. Top 5 usually. And then your ETFs. Let's look at the cruise liners. NCLH, I keep calling for, this is a falling wedge, which it is. You have points all converging right here. Here, this was like out of sync because it gapped down so much, it doesn't really connect. But look how tight this is. It's at a 796. That's extreme oversold. If we did this back in May, then we're on a tear. So could we do this? This might even go. See, this line connects. We might even go to 12, and then we start to go up again. That would really connect. That would really make sense here, and it still would be in an uptrend. So we'll see on that. RCL, same thing. See this? 1, 2, 3 touches. This could go to maybe 42-ish, 43 still. We'll see what next week brings over the weekend. If the news is even worse, we're still going down. If some sort of positive news breaks, we could get news, stimulus package. Maybe there's another stimulus package. I believe we're going to get another package. There's just, things are a disaster right now. So CUK. I can see this. This is actually going below the line now. If you go here, we draw this here. So you have this touch, this touch. This is actually below. So I'm not sure where this is going to go. It might go. We'll see if 11 holds. So, see, this is low here, but it's a higher low. If that breaks, we're going even lower on that. All right, so that's it for them. Let's take a look at JetBlue Airlines. The same thing here. This was in a slow uptrend, very slow. You have the 23.6 Fibonacci level here. This is at a 7.44. Extreme oversold levels, extreme. You can go down here as far as my chart goes. It looks like minus 391, maybe even further. So this is another falling wedge. This is wide getting tighter. This is like out of sync. So we could go further, a little further down. If we go down further, look for 10. You have big support here. Looks like at 10. If we go below that, like who knows, you know, you're going to buy each dollar then at that point. ALK is at a 762 stochastic, very oversold. Is another wedge, very tight, extremely tight. And where are we going? This we could go to 32. What do we got here? Right there, that cross. That's 34.20. So anytime, anything next week, these could pop. There could be some news that pops. You know, the majority of the stocks. Just like how these went up, they're going down that fast. So low. This is Southwest at 1138. Down. Who knows where this will stop? I would look for this candle here is like 31.19. Then we'll go down to 30 if that doesn't hold. Lion Holdings. What do we got here? 13. If we don't stop here, we have 1261. That is the 23.6 fibs level. And you have a line here. See this? 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And we'll see if that holds on that. This is American Airlines. This is at 595 stochastics going straight down here. You have 12 level. We'll see if that holds on that. Some restaurant stocks. Denny's, this is at F5, getting crushed. Thought a cross here might change. It was a complete, yeah, the market was getting crushed. A bad signal there. It's a fake signal. So right now we have, this is a wedge too. This is on the other side of the wedge, really tight. And this could go down further. If this doesn't hold, we go down to 9, maybe 865, and then of course there. So we'll see if we bounce before that. Keep, as long as this stays above here, we're still in a higher low. So here's Cheesecake Factory. This really got crushed today. Is at a 20, and another one that needs to stay above that level. Ruth's Chris, I'm trying to think of some restaurant stocks. This touched right on that 750 level, that 23.6 Fibonacci level, very oversold. This is getting very close to that level, 691. So all these stocks are running very, very oversold at this point. But the market, so the market changes directions, you're going to keep going down. So that's a no on that. What else we got here? Some financials. MFA. This is still sliding down. This is at a 22. And we'll see if that 23.6 fibs holds that level. What else we have? Hall. This is real. It's put a 1.7 today. That's really high. You can compare to the other days. It's at a 2. This is extremely oversold. Let me draw a line here. So it's looking like this is a very tight falling wedge. Although, see, these don't really add up. You go here. Trying to connect as many points. So you have a point here. And then right there, see that? So this looks like it's pretty much in line. I like this a lot for a bounce. It's very low here. This is getting smoked here. This might go back to here, which will be a triple bottom, which would be right at about 230. IDR. This is another one, extreme oversold levels. 350 if that don't hold, going down to like 3. All right, so that's it for them. They're all looking like the same patterns. You can tell because they run with the market. Some former runners, board drilling, oil play. This is extremely oversold too, going down. And I would look for the $1 level. If that don't hold, we're going lower. Oxy is at 17 to 23.6 fibs, the next level. And there it is here from the previous, these gaps. But that was the previous move back in June. We'll watch that. APA. This is breaking down. This could go, to 11 at this point. Getting very oversold too. So that's it for a few oil plays. They're all running the same way. Let's see a look at Apple. Look at this move all the way from January, not January, past, what's this, October 2018. If you draw a line here or a line here, this is another rising wedge. They actually went above the wedge, and it's really big candle here, 353 here. This could come down even to 345 maybe. Look at right here. This has been above 70 on stochastics since April. See, that's how strong Apple's been. It's been incredible. Facebook. Get news today. Facebook was something with the advertising, people pulling out from advertising. So 75 million volume. Hasn't had this much volume in a long time. This is really bearish. This could go down to 210 level. Or right here, maybe 213. Twitter. This is really bearish since the high up in 6.8. Look at this go down. This is at a 6.62. This is at 29. Falling, watch 28 level, and then that wick there, 27.16. So the tip for now, the market is bearish. Until there's a bounce, some sort of positive news, I think we're going under 20 here in stochastics. And I want RSI to watch under 22 or 30. Excuse me. I want stochastics to go, it's at 45. It says I'm going to go under 30. And then this under 20. We'll see what happens on that. So you need a market change. Let's say if we go here, we came here and then we like double bottom right there, and then we break back up. I think we'll break back to 320. I think it'll be a lower high. I don't think we break that and we get down again. We'll see how this plays out. Or if this is a real washout and we continue bearish, we go break that. We get a 61.8 level, which would be 292. And then if we're really bearish, we go to that May 14th where we finally reverse, which would be about 280 to 276. That's if we continue down right there. We will see. If you do the high to low, 220, and then up there 320, divided by 270 would be half of this move to this move. That would put you right there. We'll see if that happens. So, all right, that's it. Please subscribe to the channel. Have a good weekend. Be safe and like. And we are out for now. Peace out.